This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the Ahoj-Brause ice cream. It is new, as you can see. They put it on the box, and it is something that is unusual, one could say. Ahoj-Brause is kind of a soda powder that you put into a glass of water and then have a flavored, slightly carbonated drink with quite a bit of sugar in there. The regular flavors are citrus or lemon. We've got Waldmeister, which is Master of the Woods. I do not know if this is a flavor anywhere apart from the German-speaking European countries, but it is quite good. And there's raspberry and orange flavor, but I do not know if there is any orange flavor in here because they didn't really say it, although there are some orange pearls in there. So there's supposed to be 2 little cups inside, but let's take a look at the nutrition table first. We always like to do that. Zoom in on that just a little bit. So we've got per 100 milliliters, we've got 102 kilocalories, 4 grams of fat, 3.5 of those are saturated fatty acids. We've got 15 grams of carbohydrates and 13 of those are sugar. We've got 1.1 grams of protein and 0.14 grams of salt. So here is the ingredients list, and if you can't read this, then do not worry. You're probably not going to be able to buy this outside of Germany, and maybe Austria and Switzerland, because I think this is just a tryout product that they have, and I think it's already discontinued. Bought this at Aldi. Not sure about the price of it, but the ones I had previously of those were quite alright. I'll put the other one back in the freezer and I will be back with you in a second. So I'm back at the desk and I brought a spoon as well, which is wonderful, and yeah, I suppose it is necessary for this one. I was always fascinated by little cups with plastic domes on top when I was a child. That was it was quite a popular 2000s theme that was going on at the time. Not that popular anymore. I usually only see it with these Cornetto Maxi cones, no, King cones. Those still have those, but there used to be many more ice creams who had these. But with reducing plastic everywhere, that kind of went away, which isn't a bad thing, I would say. So we've got a soft ice theme going on, you know, like an injection ice cream into a little cup. We've got which is a weird yellow greenish color, which I suppose should be the Master of the Woods flavoring. Then we've got some pearls up here, some are pink. There's one orangey yellow one, and more green ones in there. And we've also got some kind of yellow cream right up top, like a sorbet. It is, from the consistency, quite interesting. When I first saw this, I was quite impressed. It looks pretty good. Not too overwhelming in the design department, and if they put these little sprinkles evenly out on the very top of the ice cream, that would be even better. But so far, so good. First impression definitely win. Let's see how this smells, because that's something that Ahoj-Brause is keen on, making things smell good, making your water smell good with those soda powders. So let's see how this is. So it does smell very fruity and soury, like a very sour gummy bear lemon kind of thing. Saure Würmchen is something we've got over here. I do not know if that's popular in the US or in the UK. I've got no idea. Those are just gummy worms with very, very sour, coating of particle matter. That's not the right description for a food review, I know. So let's dig into this at first. Let's see what this all tastes like. The green matter with the sorbet-ish ice creamy stuff. Well, it's not ice cream, it would be ice pop, right? No, I haven't been making many videos for months now, and I'm definitely out of the groove, one could say. And this doesn't even look good on the spoon now. I'll try this now. So it's got a very weird flavor to it. It doesn't really taste of Waldmeister too much, or Master of the Woods. I just say Waldmeister now because Master of the Woods is just weird to say as a German. Not too much of that, but it's quite sour in the smell as well as in the taste. A mixture between like a lemony flavor and a Waldmeister flavor, that would describe it best. Let's see what these pearls taste of. I suppose these are just Ahoj-Brause pills that they sprinkled on top. And yes, that's exactly what they taste like. Ahoj-Brause, they don't only have these little packets. I'm going to show you one at the end of the video. So I completely forgot about showing you the regular soda powder packets at the end of the video. So I'm going to insert this now with the shaky phone camera footage. So these are the regular packets. You buy like a plastic sealed bag of these, and you can get out your individual packets. They are always attached to each other like this. This one is raspberry, this one is orange. Then we've got, let's see, this one is, it's the same. Oh, yeah, maybe we can see a theme right here. And this one is on the left citrus, and on the right Waldmeister, or Master of the Woods, Master of the Forest, Master of whatever. If you've never tried anything like this, where Waldmeister is written on top, try it. It is really good. I hope that if we're a good Waldmeister mix, the good ones are really, really good. But they also have these little cubes with compressed soda powder, I guess. A bit less sugar maybe, a bit more soda kind of stuff that you just put in your mouth, and it bubbles. All the saliva in your mouth bubbles, and it's wonderful. It doesn't sound great, but it is quite tasty, if I might say so. So what does the orange one taste of? This little guy. Yeah, who would have guessed? It tastes like orange Ahoj-Brause. Yeah, I'm a genius. I'm a proper genius. And the Waldmeister ones, oh, I said it, the green ones. And of course, they taste of Waldmeister. That wasn't too interesting, was it? So let's. I'm going to, because you can see this pink layer down below. I'm going to work my way through this, and I'm back with you when we have reached the pink layer of ice cream. So as you can see, we had to dig quite far into this before we got a consistent pink ice cream right here. The first green layer, it tastes, like I said in the beginning, kind of lemony, kind of Waldmeistery. Yeah, good, very good explained, my dear. But it is oddly sour, and that is something that you rarely get with ice cream in general. That appears to be milk ice cream, but this one right here, it feels like, as in the consistency as well as in the flavor department, it feels like a weird blend of ice pop and soft ice, like the ones you get in like McDonald's sundaes and stuff like that, and regular milk ice cream. It's a weird mixture. It is just very sour, very unusual, and overall, I must admit, quite interesting. Although it is good that this little thing isn't too big overall, because it does get uninspiring at some point. Now let's see what the pink stuff tastes of. And you can see right here, I haven't had this out for too long, but it starts to melt quite rapidly once you cross a certain temperature point. So the pink ice cream tastes like a mixture of raspberry and strawberry. Fruchtzwerg, if you know this. Of course, this is not a German video, I know, so you probably don't, but yeah, it smells, it tastes like a mixture of raspberry and strawberry yogurt, just very sour and in ice cream form. It is interesting. And something that's quite cool actually is that these pearls that we saw on the very top are also mixed into the ice cream base right here. And at some point you really get a very sour, almost like a bomb going off in your mouth, and everything in your mouth just turns sour. It is quite interesting. It's very unusual for an ice cream to be anything like that, but it's yeah, it's nice overall. It is quite nice. So I'm finished with this. Everything has been consumed. The sourness has run through my body, and I think I'm fit to give my conclusion about this piece of ice cream, this piece of culinary excellence. Taste-wise, overall, I said many times that I find it to be interesting, and yeah, in conclusion I can say that as well. It is quite interesting. It is very different from what you get usually. Something that has been kind of bothering me all the time was like all American ice cream either seems to have some weird dough being mixed into it, or some kind of pretzel piece at some point, which seems to be a very common theme at the moment. And having something that is completely different every once in a while, yeah, that's very refreshing, to say the least. Quite welcome as well. So I wouldn't say though that this should be your bread and butter ice cream, which is a weird term to begin with, because yeah, we really shouldn't be eating ice cream like bread and butter. We really should eat it like bread and margarine. But I think that many people would not get this once they have had it, and I cannot really distance myself from that, from that standpoint either, because while it is very interesting, it is something that you either love or you really don't love, and you do not have to hate it to just not buy it, because it's not really, it's not that satisfying. It is very weird, pleasant at times, but yeah, when you are close to finishing it, you're kind of bored of the sourness almost, I would say, which is something that I didn't expect. I honestly expected just the very top part to be a bit sour, and the rest just be like regular ice cream with strawberry, or raspberry or orange or Waldmeister or citrus flavor. But it was this very sour all the way through, and I have to give them props for that, because I think it's quite a nice move. You really get what you expect. In a good way, and not the way that you usually expect things. I always see the worst in products, but this one right here really was something special. And I can definitely recommend this to anyone who wants to try out something different every now and then. Of course, this is probably just limited to either Germany or German-speaking countries, like parts of Switzerland and Austria. I've seen that Aldi already has not had this particular thing for a few weeks now, so maybe this was just a tryout production run. I do not know, but I would love to see this again, because when it's very hot outside, this could be just something that one could really enjoy every now and then, not every week maybe. So, very weird review. I'm a bit out of the groove, one could say. I haven't been doing these for quite a while, but I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I'm going to see you next week. Until then, goodbye.